Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome video on the channel. And in today's video, I wanted to take the time to talk about a topic that I actually was thinking about that I wanted to actually make a video on. And what that topic is if Ninjago does end up, not really dying, but the show ends pretty much. Is there going to be some sort of spin-off, in a sense? So if you guys are interested in this, and if you guys like the content I do on the channel, please consider subscribing. The support is always awesome, and thank you guys for all the support on the channel overall. I appreciate all you guys. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So we kind of had a gist of what could be the end of Ninjago. If people didn't know, and if people didn't see one of my older videos, somebody replied on one of Tommy Andreassen's tweets, the co-creator of Ninjago, asked him, how can you describe season 16 in one word? And he said conclusion. So nobody really knows if it's going to be the ending of Ninjago or if it's going to be the end of a Pacific arc. It's going to be the end of maybe the Vengestone buyer arc, because this can be a whole nother video in a sense, but we got the whole gist of the Vengestone buyer in season 13, and then when 14 and 15 came out, we never got any clue on what that even was, because we got Wajira and the amulets and the keepers and all of that, and none of that really made any sense. So in season 16, when he means conclusion, a lot of people are saying that it could be the conclusion to the Vengestone buyer arc. But what if it's not? What if next year in 2022, season 16 is the last season of Ninjago, and it's going to be ending, and maybe there will turn out to be a spin-off series that come out in the future. So yeah, let me just get into talking about that and like how that could be possible. I think that it is possible. I think it is. I think from perspective, from watching the show since the show even started, and what the ships are, and basically what I mean by that is characters that were introduced that liked the main ninja team, and how there could be stuff like that. Like I can give like 3 examples. You got Kai and Skylar, Jay and Nia, Zane and Pixel. I can get in on that because I know they're ninjoids, but I'm going to get into all of that. And it's kind of messed up because then that leaves Cole, but I think if I really think about it, if they're really going to go down the road that they're going to go down, Cole could have a child with Vanya, or Queen Vanya from Shintaro. I think that would be the best fit, I would think, for him. But yeah, that could be a whole possibility. It could be the ninja's children, of course, which would be a spin-off to Ninjago. Next, let me just get into Zane and Pixel. So for Zane and Pixel, obviously they're ninjoids. So if they have a kid, it's obviously because he was probably either built by Cyrus Borg or something of that sort. Like, obviously that's how that would work. Ninjoids are robots. They can't have kids, obviously. So it would be possible that Cyrus Borg would create a child of some sort for Zane and Pixel to love together as a family. that could be a big giant possibility. Next, let me get into elemental powers, because this is something that you gotta take into hand, because if they were gonna go down that road, that would mean that, because since the main ninja like other people with elemental powers, I mean, like, besides Vanya, that would mean that would their children have both elemental powers that their parents have, or is it just going to be one? That's kind of how I have to think about that. And I take, like, for example, Jay and Nia and Skylar and Kai into example. Skylar has the power of taking other people's powers. I forgot what the specific word that was, but she can touch you, and she can take, I mean, not really take, but she can use your powers, like she did with Kai with fire in season 4 of the Tournament of Elements. So how would that work then? Would their child have fire and then have Skylar's power? Like, would he have both of them, or would he just have one of them? I'm not really sure how that would end up working, because you can also look at Ray and Maya. Nia got Maya's powers and Ray got Kai's powers. So it really, this depends if Kai and Skylar have like 2 kids and one of them gets one of their elemental powers like their parents did. Same thing with Jay and Nia. Again, lightning and water. Is their kid going to have both lightning and water elemental powers, or are they going to have 2 kids and one has each of their parents' powers? That's really a way you kind of got to think about it there. And then for Zane and Pixel, obviously, a lot of people don't know this, but I do, because I am a hardcore Ninjago fan, obviously. But it was slightly stated, but how Zane got the power of ice was the original elemental master of ice passed down the powers to Zane. So basically, normally, the ninja would be born with the powers like their parents, from their parents that had them before them, obviously. But in a sense, of course, Zane was built because he's a ninjoid. The powers was passed down, which means, will Zane pass down his ice powers to his robotic son or whatever? Same thing with Cole. Obviously, Vanya doesn't have powers. Obviously, Pixel doesn't have powers. So, probably Earth would be passed down. But I'm pretty sure you guys got to think about it this way. If Ninjago ever does end, the series as a whole is not going to end. Because I know for a fact that there will be a Ninjago spinoff. Seriously, as popular as Ninjago is, usually they don't do something like this, though. With all the Lego shows that ever came out that died, there was never a spin-off of any sorts for it. But I feel like for Ninjago, there could be a big possibility that there could be a spin-off when Ninjago ends up dying. We'll just have to see when we cross that bridge, when the series finally ends. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think there could be a whole bunch of stuff they can do with the spin-off Ninjago series, with the main ninja's kids and all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's it though. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.